If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one.
It's week 15 of the 2026 season, and we'll watch C.J. Henderson, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Seahawks and the Rams, and it's coming up next.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Today we reach week 15 and we've got a good matchup in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gunn here alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Seahawks in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
As Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Seattle. Fielded just outside the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Let's go. It's showtime, baby. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is fielded at the 27. Now a hit and a loose football. The 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. They'll go option to the short side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. The Seahawks at 11-2 now. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 14 carries, 97 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Walker. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record. But instead, it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the post. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
they are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And what they do know is that they'll be playing at home come January, at least for one game, as they have locked up the NFC West.
And everyone wants that top spot, partner. We know that because that guarantees you home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But whether or not that's in the cards or not, you have to be impressed with how this team is playing.
Tackle made by Grover Stewart. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And going right back to Walker. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And some room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Walker now on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Dancing to his left. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. A 3rd down gain of 19. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. Do you think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Off play action, Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Fields. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a play fake here on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Ball start. Awesome.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. The handoff running left is Akers. And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there. And just
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
without a doubt, control that edge. Get out there. You want the left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Well, Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On first down, Fields. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now left side on the swing pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin out west at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, and it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. DeAndre Hopkins, a touchdown reception. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they lead the visiting Atlanta Falcons at halftime. Kareem Hunt with a touchdown run. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's been no contest in terms of the rushing yards. You see a much, much brighter picture there. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Play action. It's Fields. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. To throw is Fields. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Now on 2nd and 13. Fields. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go. No one downfield there to stop him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He'll look to throw. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Hands it off out of the gun. We'll get this up to about the 44.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going up top for Cup. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Fields. Hard throw, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 123 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll get this to the 32. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Taking it about the 16. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw here. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. Back to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Room here to run. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Out of the gun, Walker with it. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Sticking with Walker on second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Give to Walker on the read option. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going up top for Kupp. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Here comes the Rams punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking on the midfield logo. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Up the middle, here's Walker. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 143 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They run again with Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll dump this off to Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken right around the 44. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for L.A., the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.